Hello and welcome to English by Ears. Here at English by Ears, we'll help you train your ears and unlock the secrets of natural English. Hit the subscribe button and let's get started.
This story is about Tom's first time in the kitchen. Listen carefully.
All right, so tonight was the night. I was finally going to conquer the kitchen. No delivery apps for this guy. I set my sights on a simple dish, pasta with tomato sauce. How hard could it be, right? Turns out, there's a surprising amount of choreography involved when you're a total newbie. First, the instructions said to bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Easy enough. I filled the biggest pot I could find. Turns out, bigger isn't always better when dealing with boiling water, and dumped in enough salt that it looked like a mini salt lake. Then came the whole bring to a boil part. I stared at the pot, willing it to bubble faster. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, little rolling waves started appearing on the surface. Success. Next, the intimidating part, the pasta itself. The box looked like a tangled mess of white worms. But, with a deep breath, I bravely grabbed a handful and tossed them into the boiling water. Immediately, a foamy white cloud erupted, threatening to overflow the pot. I panicked, frantically stirring the pasta with a wooden spoon that looked like it could barely handle the job. Turns out, plastic is a better choice for boiling pasta. Thankfully, the foam subsided, and the pasta seemed to be doing its thing. While the pasta cooked, I tackled the sauce. The recipe called for canned tomatoes, a lifesaver for a beginner like me. I proudly chopped up some garlic, almost cried from the fumes, who knew? And sautéed it in olive oil until fragrant. Feeling like a seasoned chef, I added the canned tomatoes and a sprinkle of dried oregano. The kitchen suddenly filled with the warm, inviting aroma of simmering tomatoes, a much better smell than burnt garlic, trust me. Finally, after what felt like an epic battle, the pasta was cooked al dente, whatever that means, but it sounded fancy. I drained it, almost spilling the entire pot in the process, and tossed it with the simmering tomato sauce. My masterpiece was complete. Let me tell you, that first bite was pure victory. It wasn't gourmet by any stretch, but it was edible, surprisingly delicious, and most importantly, I made it myself. Tonight, the kitchen wasn't a battlefield, it was a place of triumph. Maybe next time I'll try something a little more adventurous, but for now, I'm sticking with my newfound respect for pasta and the power of a simple recipe.
Now let's check our vocabulary. Choreography, which means the planning and execution of a series of movements. Intimidating, which means something that makes you feel nervous. Sautéed, which means briefly cooked in a pan with a small amount of oil. Fragrant, which means having a pleasant smell. Oregano, which means a herb with a strong and aromatic flavor. Edible, which means suitable for eating. Gourmet, which means high-quality food, typically prepared in a skilled and artistic way. Al dente, which means cooked to be firm but not hard.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more stories.